Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting show of Justin's podcast. And I want to thank you for tuning in on XTV East Coast via YouTube. I'm coming to you from Howie in the Hills, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. The only place in Florida that has hills, called Howie in the Hills. I hope you can hear me. I'm going over a dirt road. And I'm really out here just in the middle of nowhere. Maybe I should have picked a better time to start this podcast, but nonetheless, I'm expecting a good time. Got a lot of different things on my mind in regards to XTV and how the future will play out. But I'm really excited about the near future. And what I'm mostly excited about is xtvmania. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to take this time out to thank you all for checking out the XTV Justin's podcast. And I also got to take this time out to thank Axe Daily Fragrance for him. Ladies and gentlemen, Axe Daily Fragrance has come out with the new brand called Anarchy. And man, it is off the chain. It is a unique premium daily fragrance to keep you smelling great all day or all night. You know, when you're getting close with that loved one. Yeah, you know, I used to get real close with Martha back in the days, but, you know, ever since she fell off, we don't do too much of that. But that don't have to be the story for you, because you can get in bed and you can have her so attracted to you that she don't think about nothing else but that great fragrance of anarchy. And you guys go in that bedroom and create y'all some anarchy with Axe body spray for him. My apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. What a bumpy road out here in Howie in the Hills, Florida. I was just now on a dirt road. I tell you what, these ain't no little punk hills either. These like the real deal. They really go up high and down, and you know, it's like you be on, you know, at the bottom of a hill and you can't see past, you know, off in the distance, you know, because it's a whole nother hill. Very hilly out here. But what I was talking about was xtvmania. And yes, we are still at a time period, yes, where we don't have a game. So you're like, well, Justin, why in the hell is your dumb ass talking about xtvmania? But that's because it's really xtvmania season, believe it or not. And I feel that in the air, you know, I don't know how the West Coast feels, but I feel that in the air is the xtvmania spirit. And here's why. We have a huge main event that we've been talking about for maybe a year now, and I would equate it to the Rock versus John Cena type of deal that they did back at WrestleMania 28. You know, once in a lifetime. And this is once in a lifetime. That matchup between Pain and Killer, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think these two have ever met. And not only that, but they are meeting in a boxing matchup. Now, talk about two guys that can get tremendous heat, you know, and do a wonderful job at it, both for different reasons. The very controversial Killer, who, in my opinion, has not been as controversial, you know, over the past few years as we've known him to be. Really, that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. And then on the other hand, the Pain, who is just a very easy guy to dislike, especially once he starts to get into your head inside of that ring and starts to kick in your ass. You know, it's just something. You know, he's just got an aura about him. And when you put those two together, it's just very interesting. You know, those two in a situation. But here's my opinion on that. Now if this was a regular matchup, you know, and we were gonna set it up for, you know, just a one-on-one exhibition and not a boxing match in a boxing ring, then maybe it'll be a different story. Maybe I wouldn't lean so much towards the pain on this one. But being the fact that it is in a boxing ring, in the Pain's domain, and I personally have not known the killer to be a boxer, you know, I don't care who he has beat or whatever. Killer is not a boxer in my book. And that's not to count him short, but the boxing ring is the Pain's domain. And so with that being said, you know, I'm Team Pain all day in regards to this. And I don't see the killer being able to pull off a victory up against somebody like the Pain, who was just like, who was a monster. Yes, we saw what he did to Big Trunks. One could argue that, you know, Big Trunks wasn't a formidable opponent for the Pain. You know, who knows? Who knows? On the other hand, though, you know, I was saying that this, you know, that if this was a regular match, that, you know, maybe Killer might have a chance. But also, if this was a regular matchup, if it was just a regular exhibition, I don't think that it would have that main event hype that it has, you know, right now. And I'm calling it the main event, you know, even though we don't have a platform for it. As I cross over a bunch of dead roadkill, that was just crazy, back to back. But we don't have a platform for it just yet. But, you know, I can feel it. I got that feeling, ladies and gentlemen. I got that feeling in my bones that it's coming real soon. And that headline match, I wanted to talk about that first to let people know that it's in the air. But not only that, but it's the matches surrounding that main event. That's right. None of these matches are booked, but people are talking about them. Another matchup that's talked about was Tavari Howard versus Bob Classic. And, you know, it's very interesting that people are being called out, you know, and people want matches with no platform. But it's happening now. You know, it wasn't happening in 2014. It didn't happen in 2015. The only match that was, you know, speculated about was Pain and Killer. But now we got Tavari Howard and Bob Classic. And for no reason at all, Tavari Howard wants to, you know, wants to try himself up against Bob Classic. And I think, you know, here's another never before seen matchup. You know, it's perfect for right now. And it could be a barn burner, a show stealer. You know, who do I go with in this one? Unfortunately, I would have to go with Bob Classic. I'm just being real here. You know, I don't like Bob. I really do not. I'm a fan of his work, but I'm not a fan of him, the person. But you know, that don't really matter when it comes down to it. I do not think that Tavari Howard can defeat Bob Classic in a one-on-one regular exhibition contest. I just don't see it happen. Yes, Tavari is very good. He can take a beating. We've seen him, you know, take a licking and keep on ticking, as the old saying goes. But Bob is sitting behind that damn cell somewhere. And, you know, somehow I just think that when Bob comes back, he's going to be on this mean streak that we've never seen him on before, because his whole reason he claims that he's behind that cage is to protect him from getting into any confrontations, which a lot of people, you know, consider that to be a very pussy move. In any event, that's his choice and he's sticking to it. And when it comes down to Bob and Tavari, yes, Bob is my pick. And not only that, folks, but my wonderful wife, who is our current commissioner, and she finally stamped her name on the channel XTV East Coast under Martha Turkey Leg. It's finally not under Miss Ruby D, rest in peace. And that was like 3 years ago. But anyways, she made a decision. she finally made a decision, and of course it's one that I'm not very thrilled about, but it's a decision nonetheless, pitting me in a matchup up against Officer Neil. And let me tell you something. Neil, I don't get you, Neil, if you're listening to this. I just don't get you. You sit up there, you pop your damn gum, you know, you want to be super nice guy to all of the ladies, got all of them thinking that you, Mr. Sweet, you know, you go to church, you do everything right, you do everything by the book. But when it comes down to really showing off who you is, you know, in these social environments, if you would, amongst the guys, you really show your ass. Case in point, the first time I ever met Officer Neil, I was tased. And I believe we got it documented on channel TXG. So you go on YouTube, type in channel TXG, CHANNEL, TXG. You go check that out. And you can see me getting tased for the first time by Neil, who was just some old regular ass security guard. Oh, nobody ass motherfucker tasing me, and I ain't doing nothing but sitting up there doing my job, calling the match. That's all I'm doing. This is what I don't get, y'all. How is it? Because this happens a lot in XTV. How the hell is it that you can that a confrontation will happen just based off of something that somebody said? Now, let me help you understand where I'm coming from. The words that somebody's saying are causing physical confrontations. That means to me that a lot of people in XTV, i.e. Officer Neil, do not have the wherewithal, do not have the mind capacity to be able to hold their own in a verbal debate or argument, whatever you want to call it, without being physical. To me, that is complete ignorance. Because in XTV, at this day and age, at this point in time, with so many people, you know, being around, you know, a lot of the guys who are top guys right now, they've been around for a long time. And you know who you are. Look at this stupid fuck. Get your ass, go! I'm in traffic, folks. But you know, I just feel that, you know, a lot of times people are just punching people for no damn reason. You know, just because they ain't like something they said. But, you know, they can't control themselves. And then these same hypocritical motherfuckers are trying to come out here, you know, and when it happened to them, then they wondering what the hell is going on. Well, motherfucker, you started the shit. I hate when people try to say that a motherfucker started some shit when they threw the first punch. You threw the first punch, so you started it. If you have an argument or you disagree with something that somebody say, then state that. And just be an adult and, you know, state your claim. But don't hit a motherfucker. Neil. So he didn't just hit me because he didn't agree with what I said when I wasn't even talking to his ass. I'm sitting up there at the announcer table doing my job. No. He pulls out a fucking taser. I don't even know this person. That's what really pisses me off. Because I don't even know who he is, and he tases me. Neil, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if he's an officer of the law or none of that shit. To me, Officer Neil is the biggest coward in XTV today. That's where I stand on that. Now, as far as Martha booking this matchup at XTV Mania, yeah, y'all know me. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a wrestler. But guess what? I accept it because of the pure hate, the pure hatred that I have for this man, Neil. So guess what, Neil? I want you to listen real close. Because, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You might be big, you might be tough, you might be strong, you might be mean, you might be bad, and you just might beat me. Listen to me. I'm not a competitor. I'm not an athlete. I'm not an in-ring competitor. But I will fight. And come xtvmania, when it's all said and done, Neil, you gonna know that you was in the ring with me, Ernest, Justin Turkey Leg. Okay? Just keep that shit in mind. You gonna remember, just like everybody else has. You know, and it's a small list. But Killer remember, oh yeah, I mixed it up with the Killer, the great Killer, and me. Mixed it up. And even he can't say that I ain't give him no fight. Because I did. You understand that? I done mixed it up with Bill Hunter. He knows. Grandpa Joe, he knows. Okay? Now, I lost all of those matches except for one. But that ain't the point. The point is that when it come bell time, I can hold my own. And Who Monster, who I did beat. Yeah, that's right. Okay? So, I just not named 2 wins and 2 losses. So, I really ain't as bad as people say. Okay? And don't you even get me started on my drop kick that I did back in the day. Okay? The drop kick heard around the world. I digress. Another part of xtvmania that's building up is a result of this here podcast. And it was an interview that I conducted with B-Boy and Foxy. B-Boy having some very strong words to say to one Jazz Mar. And shout out to Jazz Mar. You know, very proud of that young man. He's definitely, you know, made his own lane here at XTV very quietly. He's got his own podcast, and I'm really looking forward to the interviews that he's doing. But this matchup, another potential matchup going on the card, and I shouldn't even say potential. This will definitely happen. If we get xtvmania to happen, this will happen, and it'll be a hell of a matchup too. David B-Boy versus Jazz Mar. B-Boy, very athletic, very talented, just incredibly gifted, very impressive, always pulling out all the stops, he don't have no problem with mixing it up. He can brawl you, he can fight you pound for pound, he can be a powerhouse, he can do it all. And it's just very fun watching him. I enjoy watching Jazz Mar and Kareem when they had their back and forth. I think that'll be a great best of 7 series. Mind you, Kareem Strong and Jazz Mar, because the best of 7 series is always those type of guys, or girls. We had Naomi and Jordan Strong in our last best of 7 series, and it was just phenomenal. I mean, it's just so passionate. When you get into something like the best of 7. I mean, I remember Lil 007 versus Millennium, Yaki versus 80s guy. I mean, those names, you see the kind of competition that Kareem Strong and Jazz Mar definitely wouldn't let down, or even Kareem, or even David B-Boy and Jazz Mar. That could start a best of 7. You heard it right here. So, as far as xtvmania, Jazz Mar and B-Boy, I think that's a classic. I'm not so sure about these two crossing paths ever before. Oh, what they have, I'm sure, because this is an ongoing thing, and B-Boy is definitely not in favor of Jazz Mar seeing his sister Roxanne Smith, aka Foxy Hot, and Foxy was not very candid about her relationship with Jazz Mar. More on that as this story builds. I think it's a very, very interesting situation. Great storyline. Not to go off on a tangent and take B-Boy's real life feelings and his experience. and Jazzmons, and make it a story. But I mean, that's what we have here, and it makes for great content going into xtvmania. So that's 4 matches that I just not named: Bob Classic and Tavares, Killer and Payne, myself versus Neil, and B-Boy versus Jazzmon. Now, I got other thoughts about xtvmania, because here's this. Think about this. We have now Tavares Howard calls out Bob Classic, but check this out. All along, people they want to see 80s guy versus Tavares, part 2. Or actually this will be part 3. This will be a rubber match, because it's a friendly competition. I love when these two get together. There's so much respect between Tavares and 80s guy, but who wouldn't respect that 80s guy? But it came down to it because, after going and doing some history, some xtvmania history, the West Coast uncovered the fact that, well, Tavares has beaten the 80s guy. He beat 80s guy in his WrestleMania 9 Hulk Hogan run-in, if you would. And he took the championship at xtvmania 8, I believe it was, when he did the run-in and fought 80s guy and took the belt from him. And then, of course, our last xtvmania, 80s guy defeating Tavares Howard in the matchup of the night. So they 1-1, and that makes things very interesting, to say the least. I gotta thank you guys for tuning in to the Justin Podcast, and you know what? Right here, I am presenting this to you, these fine sounds from Urban Beats. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am recording on Urban Beats hardware, and I even use their software. Matter of fact, if you go on to urbanbeats.com right now and use my promo code Justin, that's JUSTIN, you can get 25% off any purchase. All you got to do is go on to urbanbeats.com and put in my promo code Justin, JUSTIN. Man, they've got the finest merchandise in headphones, speakers, software, computers. They specialize in it all. So you should check it out, because, that's what I use to bring you the fine sounds over here from the Justin Podcast. And you keep on coming back, and we're going to keep on bringing it to you. But you guys got to go on to urbanbeats.com. Go on now. Go right now. Well, after the show, then you go on there. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I had to make a stop right quick. But I was just talking about 80s guy versus Tavares. And, Tavares asked the fans, what would he rather see? What would you guys rather see? The rubber match between him and 80s, or him meeting Bob Classic in the first meeting ever? And they responded that they wanted to see him versus Bob, to my surprise. I was very surprised to hear about that. This is the first time ever. And like I told you guys, I don't see Tavares defeating Bob Classic. He didn't even beat 80s guy, and he only came close. And, we seen Tavares, kind of go down, decline athletically as he's gotten older. And with this long hiatus of us being away from the game, it's really anybody's ball game. You really can't say. But the point I was making was that it's speculation. That's right. Why don't you go ahead and get along with it? I'm trying to get to it, Daniel Dingo. There's been speculation here on the East Coast that somebody from SIDE is coming back, and he wants to fill that spot to challenge 80s guy, which I find a very interesting opponent for the 80s guy. That man being none other than the other fake Shawn Michaels from SIDE, the man of many people. Now, you know, there's been, I'm telling you, it's been a buzz about it on the East Coast. This is the first time this information is being released. I brought up his name the other day. We were watching AJ Styles wrestle Jericho, I believe, at WrestleMania, and you know the guys laughed because you know somebody brought up the name to me. I was talking to somebody over here on the East Coast, and they said "man of many people," and I just laughed because you know I hadn't heard that name in such a long time, and it just dawned on me. And I'm like, well, you know that he'll be a good podcast guest. It'd be real good to you know. Hear where he coming from, hear what he doing nowadays, you know, and it's just hearsay. But I'm very interested in finding out the thoughts on what it would be like at xtvmania this year for 80s guy to meet the man of many people. You know, I think that they could potentially put on a hell of a show stealer. Man of many people wrestled in XTV for a brief time, teaming up with a star named PPV. They were a tag team. They were like a fake ass Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. Man of many people wrestled here under his real name, Mark something. I don't remember what his last name was. Yeah, I'm a terrible journalist, terrible broadcaster, not knowing my shit. But I was there when it happened, so I guess I ought to know. But yeah, I mean, I think that'll be something. I really think that'll be a show stealer, you know, for xtvmania. And as far as platforms go, you know, you gotta wonder where will XTV? What does it make sense to do? Does it make sense to go with the new game? You know, 2K16? I think so. Or do we stick with what we know in 2013? I don't know. I mean, you got 2K13. That was great, and you know, you guys remember the matches and the moments that we created. Ladies and gentlemen, we created the Shed Your Dome. It was really the Shed Your Dome. It was there. It felt like it, you know, and I really love that. You know, we really made it ours. We really made it XTV, and so that's the benefit of 13. But I was checking out 2K16, and I gotta tell you, it's crispy, ladies and gentlemen. It is super crispy. One of the things that I like about 2K16 and looking at the gameplay is that the bumps that the guys take, like when you punch somebody, you know, like let's take a Bret the Hitman Hart for example. When Bret the Hitman Hart punches, it looks like a Bret Hart punch. It's authentic. It's not the same cookie cutter punch for every superstar. You know, Bret Hart looked like, you know, he moved like Bret Hart. Steve Austin moves and punches like Steve Austin. Also, another thing I noticed that when you get thrown into the barricade, you know, it's not just like a bump, like boom, and you know, like a real robot kind of thing. It's real. It's very realistic. You know, like, you know, it's just it has that drama. You know, and these are the things, these are the qualities that make for great matches, and it makes for great moments, especially in the beginning phase of a brand new game. You know, and this was the same feeling that we had with Dead Reckoning. You know, Dead Reckoning had that kind of feel to it, whereby, you know, it was just so brand new, it was so fresh, it was so much different from Raw, and you know, just the impact of the hits, you know, just it really put guys over. Like, you know, for example, a King Kong, you know, you can make somebody like him, and when he punches, you know, the whole screen rocks, and that's everybody knew that, like, that's how King Kong was. You know, so to be able to portray that and for everybody to really, you know, see it and capture that moment and capture that feel is very important to the brand. And same thing with 2010. And you know, here's my thoughts on you know, when we had 2010 and it was SmackDown versus Raw. That was a time period where we didn't know what we were going into. We coming straight out of 06, you know, and we jumped straight to 2010. We didn't know what to expect, but my gut feeling at the time was that this is definitely the way to go, you know, because it's new, it's modern, it's updated. The roster is updated, the ideas are updated, you know, and you know, I mean, since 2013, it has to be significantly better, you know, gameplay. It must be, just as in 2010 there was a significant change. So I mean, that's what I think about that. And you know, you guys go online and check out 2K16, check out some of the gameplay, check out some of the modes. You know, it really gets you excited about it. I tell you what, it can really get you excited about XTV, and perhaps, you know, maybe that's even why I'm talking about this. But you know, we don't even have a PlayStation 4, but I understand that it's available on all formats: PS3, Xbox, PS4. You know, the list goes on. I don't know all the consoles out there, but I do know that 2K16, ladies and gentlemen, WWE 2K16 is available on all platforms. So that's a damn good thing. Very excited today about my guest. I ain't even mentioned him. A guy who came into XTV, you know, maybe around 2009, after his brother debuted in 2008 during the era of the athletes, and we had all these different, had all kinds of different people coming in 2008. That was a special time period. And ladies and gentlemen, my special guest today is going to be none other than Jimbo, brother of White Boy, aka White Chocolate. I look forward to talking to him and you know, how he wound up in XTV and different things like that. But first, a word from our sponsors. Boy, I tell you, it sure is hot outside. And right now at Circle K, they got a big gallon of water for the low. That's right. As a part of Circle K's favorites brand, purified drinking water is now only $1.99. Man, that's pretty high for me, but still, that's the deal with Circle K. You can make a splash wherever you go. So, next time you stop by a Circle K, try one of Circle K's favorites. And with that doggone heat out there, you should try Circle K's purified drinking water. Man, it's good. Joining me on the phone here, ladies and gentlemen, I got none other than one of the main hosts here in XTV, Jimbo. Welcome to the show, Jimbo.
Hey, what's happening, Justin, man? It's good to be here, dog. Thanks for having me.
Well, Jimbo, you know, I have to have you on here because you're the kind of, you are the perfect example of the kind of guy that I would like to have on this show, you know, here in XTV, to just tell your own story, because we don't get to hear too much from you, Jimbo. I mean, tell us exactly where are you from?
Man, I'm from a small city in Texas named Tyler, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised.
Now look at this. I'm behind some stupid motherfucker on the phone that's holding up the damn traffic. Pay fucking attention, bitch. These damn white people, man. I know you white and all, Jimbo, man, but white people be swearing that they just got the damn right away all the time.
That shit be crazy,
man. You talk a lot like my good friend Kevon. You know, do you know Kevon?
Nah, I done met him before. You know what I'm saying? I done got that before, man. But nah, this your boy, Jimbo.
And Jimbo, you know, you came down here. Look at this guy. Like, why are you in front of me going slow? Damn, I hate stupid bitches. You a stupid bitch. You a fuck bitch. Cut that part out, Martha. I'm sorry, Jimbo. I was asking you.
Shit crazy, man.
I'm just asking, you know, I want to know, how did you find yourself here in XTV? Because I mentioned earlier that, you know, White Boy came first, and you know, I guess he was going to school, you know, with you know, Wells and Tabari and them at the time. But you just kind of came in and, you know, you just trumped him. I mean, we don't even hear about him no more.
Nah, that's my boy though, you know what I'm saying? My little breast Charlie boy, man. He kind of just paved the way for me, you know what I'm saying? He used to talk about this shit all the time, you know what I mean? And you know, he's just talking about like the kind of shit that they had going on over here, you know. So shit, I wasn't really doing too much where I was at, you know what I mean? You know, just doing my thing, slanging these CDs and things like that. But so he, you know what I'm saying, he dropped that bug in my ear, you know what I'm saying? And eventually I just, you know what I'm saying, jumped on the bandwagon and really, you know, just came over here to XTV, man, seeing how things get down. And man, I'm gonna tell you, man, you know, shit, I came over here and I ain't looked like since, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, that's pretty cool. Now, I gotta say that around 2009, you know, I was still putting people on. I was hiring talent, but I did not hire you. So, you know, exactly how did you initially get in?
Shit, man, I got hired by the man himself, man, ABW. You know what I'm saying? You know, he just around that time, man, you know what I'm saying, he was really in the club scene, you know what I'm saying? So like that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, how I came about, you know what I'm saying, T-Pain, you know what I'm saying, listening to a lot of T-Pain music and, you know what I'm saying, just being out in that atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, out in that club scene, you know what I'm saying, that's my bitch, my nigga. He caught me saying some shit like that there, you know what I'm saying, like I was with a bunch of hoes, you know what I'm saying, I'm drinking and shit, you know what I'm saying, just like really fooling, you know what I'm saying, and you know, shit, one thing, you know, push come to shove, man, you know what I'm saying, he just liked me, so, you know what I'm saying, he just, you know, brought me, he made me a part of the squad, man, you know what I'm saying, and I've been dying ever since.
ABW, the man himself put you on, and that's probably, Jimbo, why you never really got over. You were a very interesting type of character because, you know, you're not a confrontational guy.
Hell no, man. I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying, I could defend my own, you know what I'm saying, I got hands and all, but I ain't really competitive like that, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I just always, my whole life, I just like to stay in my own lane, you know what I'm saying, do my own thing, and, you know, that's what kind of like really set me apart from everybody else, because, you know, I'm just like a real, you know, cool, laid-back dude, man. I don't really be trying to, you know what I'm saying, ruffle nobody's feathers. I got love for everybody, you know what I'm saying, I respect those that respect me, and that's just how it is, dog, you know what I'm saying.
I feel you, Jimbo. I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, you know, and that's unique. So your role here in XTV is more so like a commentator or an announcer or a how do you say, a spectator, if you would.
Pretty much, man. You know what I'm saying. Anytime they need a nigga to host a battle, you know what I'm saying, they would call me. You know what I mean? They'll just hit me up for just like certain instances. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anything that they need a host for, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty much down for that. That's just how I roll, you know what I'm saying. That's what my rule is, you know what I'm saying, in the game.
So we probably won't ever expect to see you in in-ring competition, because your brother was.
No, I'm saying not no in-ring competition. Yeah, I know my brother did it, you know what I'm saying. He did his thing or whatever. I don't think he really won no championships, you know what I'm saying, but he probably felt like, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't really given too many opportunities. But I mean, shit, this shit cutthroat, man. I mean, I ain't gotta tell you, you know how it is. So if you really want that spot, you know what I'm saying, you gotta really work for it, man. And I tried to tell him, man, I mean, you can't be down in the dumps about that shit. You just gotta keep pushing yourself. Like, to me, White Boy, you know what I'm saying, you know, Charlie Boy, man, he really he got something good. He got potential. You know, he just don't really, you know, explain that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just gotta, you know, he gotta really push for that shit. I mean, like, he came in at the same time as Joel's. You see where Wells at, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, main event cards, you know what I'm saying, heavyweight champion, you know, it's like, he doing real big shit, and shit, he gon' I think, you know what I'm saying, that once Killer, you know what I'm saying, really get done doing his thing and kind of, you know, just like ride off into the sunset, so to speak, I think that for man, on the West Coast, man, you know, I think that Wells gonna be the next up.
Well, that could very well be, you know, but I would say either Wells or Jasmine. You know, Wells done been pushing a long time to be that guy, you know, to be taken serious, and I'm not so sure if he all the way there yet. Not just yet, but damn it, he close.
Yeah, man, you know, it's like that Jay-Z line, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit, Bleak can be one hit away his whole career as long as he alive, I'm a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna always have that, you know, he always gonna have that kind of respect, but I'm more than sure, man, that he wanna take it to that next level. I mean, you seen what he was doing, like, in about 2012, man, he was doing all kind of crazy shit. They got set on fire, man. I mean, like, to me, man, he like really went real hard, you know what I'm saying, to really prove that he like that dude and things like that. But I think that he took it too far, man. And, you know, like even when they were saying, you know what I'm saying, that he had to die and all, man, like that was a real dark time, and I don't think that's the kind of light that he wanted to really be portrayed up under, you know what I'm saying? I think that creatively they could have went a different direction in pushing Wells, you know what I'm saying? Like it was fly because he was, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I think he was running from the police or some shit, you know, he was in some kind of high speed chase. That was dope, man, you know what I'm saying? And even though that shit like organically played out, you know what I'm saying, with the nigga dying and all that shit, I just think that was just like a little bit too cold, man, you know what I'm saying? Too cold, man. That shit hit too close to home, man, and that wasn't cool, man. But yeah, I mean, you know, that don't really take away from him, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really cultivate him the way he really should be cultivated, you know what I'm saying?
I can see your point in that. You know, Wells is a great hand to have, and he can really hold his own. But Jimbo, what I wanted to ask you about was what I mostly want to talk to you about here is your involvement with the XTV battle scene, because you are the main host here on the East Coast, and Tavari Howard picked you out, you know, during his time as commissioner, and so you pretty much stuck with it. You are known as, you know, the guy in the battle rap scene. So just talk to me about you know, XTV battle rap and, you know, the battle rappers and your take on the whole culture.
Yeah, so man, well shit, man, it's like you said, man. I mean, shit, I guess we can start with, you know, Vardy hiring me, you know what I'm saying? You know, that was real dope, you know what I'm saying? So he shined some light on me, you know what I mean? As far as, you know, where we at with it right now, I mean, as you can see, man, you know, ain't really been too many battles. They just not dropped that Walter verse, who that was? Oh, 10 Light. Yeah, they put Walter and 10 Light out. You know what I'm saying? That did what it did. I mean, even though that was around a rough time period, you feel me? That was real rough right there. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, you know, Walter won at the top of his game, and then, you know what I'm saying, we lost a lot of battles. You know what I'm saying? We lost that Lucky versus Chantel and shit like that be happening. You know what I'm saying? So that really kind of scarred the culture. You know what I'm saying? When things like that happening, we can't get these battles documented, and then, you know, like, you know, people's schedule be so crazy that, you know what I'm saying, it don't be time to get battles like it, man, I'm gonna tell you like this HTV battle shit for a long time, like it should, for as long as it been out, that shit should be like way farther than what it is. But I mean, everybody's scheduling, man, that shit been crazy. And then, you know, XTV just fell on so many hard times, just, you know, so many unfortunate situations that, you know, it really kind of fucked up everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know, the behind bars. I could, you know, Jimbo, I could probably name more battles that didn't get aired than the ones that actually did get aired.
I know, man, like real classic material, man, it really hurt me, you know what I'm saying, that we went through all that, and like, you know what I'm saying, them boys on the west side didn't get to see, you know what I'm saying, what went down, man. Like, Jackie Z versus Baby, man. Like, man, if you can feel how intense that was, and I think you was there.
Yeah, I be at pretty much most of them.
Man, so you know what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, cause Baby one of the best, you know what I'm saying, female battle. She one of the best battlers, period. You know what I'm saying? And then she went at Jackie Z neck, you know what I'm saying, like talking her shit. Cause really nobody really like Jackie too much, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the kind of, you know what I'm saying, you know, energy that she put out there for her own self. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she called herself the devil, so you know what she gonna get from there. You know what I mean? But as far as that battle though, man, like that shit could have been a classic right there if that shit ain't get fucking torn down. I mean, dog, that shit, niggas, man, they start throwing blows, man. And I don't really be, you know what I'm saying, promoting violence and all that, but I'm talking about the environment at the time, and then we had a game too. So when that shit went down, man, that shit was like damn crazy. That would have been one of the ones that you just kept on playing back and back and bite, man. And Baby brought them bars too, man. She came with it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She did her whole set, you know what I'm saying? And then Jackie, you know what I'm saying, got in Babyface, you know what I'm saying? So she spent her shit, so she getting in Babyface, you know what I'm saying? The shit got, you know what I'm saying, shit was getting out of hand. So Baby ain't like that shit, but you know, Jackie, she was really like, you know what I'm saying, like really pushing that shit, you know what I mean? Like really egging that shit on. Like she wanted Baby to hit her. She wanted to fight, you know what I'm saying? So and she got one. That shit broke out. Motherfucking 8-Man Nation fighting niggas, you know what I'm saying? That was with Jackie Z. And that shit, you know, it got out of hand, dog. It got out of hand real quick. Hey, that shit went from 0 to 100 real quick, dog.
Yeah, it did. I believe on that same night, there was another battle that was supposed to take place, and it didn't.
No, it was a couple of them, you know what I mean? And that, you know, that's just the way it is, though, man. But I mean, as far as the culture, man, hey, man, I love this shit, dog. You know, it slowed down tremendously. You know what I'm saying? With Tavares not being in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Yoza tried to keep it going. You know, much respect to her. She the queen. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, she tried to hold it up as best she could, man. She got in office, you know what I'm saying, at a time that it was just bad, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just blood raw out here. It was just too bad. You know what I'm saying? It was too bad a time to really be trying to, you know, do shows and stuff like that. I mean, I know XTV known for like TV shows, you know what I'm saying, like Yaki and, you know what I'm saying, Donkey Kong, stuff like that, man, you know, from back in the day. And so that, you know, that build up, you know, and, you know, people had all these different shows, so, but wasn't none of that going on, though, you know what I'm saying, in XTV during the time when Baby was trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep on moving that battle culture forward. So, shit, like, you know, for the majority of 2015, we ain't really see no battles. We ain't see no battles.
No, we didn't. But we did see the West Coast put together a well thought out, well planned show, and I think it was Bars of Mania.
Yeah.
I think that was done very well. I've seen that a few times. It was a huge event involving Wells and D-Tape. Tell me your thoughts on that, Jimbo.
Man, them West Coast boys off the chain, man. I mean, them boys will take something, you know what I'm saying, so simple, dog. Because if you look at the first ever battle, dog, was who that was? That was Lucky and Kareem, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just some old random shit, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, just for no reason, them boys just went at each other's head, freestyling, no writing, no preparation, no nothing. So to take something like that was like an 8-minute clip, you know what I'm saying? And for them boys to do what they did with that, oh man, that shit just like, you know what I'm saying? It just build on the culture, you know what I'm saying? They keep that shit, you know what I'm saying, elevating to newer heights, brand new levels, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I think that shit was immaculately put together, man. You know what I'm saying? From like the red carpet shit to, you know, the actual performance to, you know, all the different stage props and all that, man. Them boys came with it, you know what I'm saying? As far as bars, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really don't remember too much of what was said there. I had to go back and play it. But as far as presentation though, immaculate, man. Immaculate. It was a great presentation. The West Coast goes above and beyond when it comes to bringing you content. And they do it like nobody else. Jimbo, I want to know where is the battle culture now in XTV? Because, like you said, I mean, there aren't any battles taking place, you know, because of busy scheduling and whatever the case may be. But where is it now, and where do you see it going? Oh shit, man. Where it's at right now, man, it's like it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really too much of nothing right now. You know, but at the same time,
ladies and gentlemen, I got to take this time out right now to tell you guys about the Alex Trevelyan workout program. That's right. This workout program is fundamental. Alec has thought up everything. And if you go online right now, or if you go on your smartphone, matter of fact, all you got to do is download the 006 app. It's free. And on there, he's got meal courses, he's got different workout programs, and a day-to-day guide to keep you focused on the task at hand, which is to lose weight. On there's even people who have had great experiences and life-changing a life-changing turn of events with this workout program. It saved Matt's life down in St. Petersburg, Florida. After he was 400 pounds, he had lost a significant amount of weight due to the Alex Trevelyan workout program. Even my wife has tried it. And although she's still fat, she's still going at it, and she's steadily losing weight. Man, one day, I might even have sex with her again. And it's all thanks to the Alex Trevelyan workout program. I'm out in Claremont, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, as I drive along, talking on the phone with none other than Jimbo, XTV host of the battle rap scene and any other thing that we want him to do. I'm sorry about cutting you off there, Jimbo. Go ahead.
Shit, man, with that shit, I lost my train of thought, man, but I think we were just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, talking about the battle culture and things like that, and as far as where it's going, man, really that's all up in the air. I mean, I hope that, you know what I'm saying, they got a bright future. I really believe so, you know what I mean. It's just a matter of being able to book these battles and really go through with them, man, because it been plenty of battles that, you know, that been scheduled, but, you know what I'm saying, they just ain't never happened, you know what I'm saying, just because of certain situations, you know what I'm saying. I mean, shit, we done had Romy Rome versus Wales, you know what I'm saying. That was supposed to be going down a long time ago, you know what I'm saying, like not too far after the D-Tape battle, you know what I'm saying, with Wales. So, you know, that ain't go down, man, but that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Now, as far as XTV, guys who battle in XTV, can you give us an idea of who these guys are? I mean, do you have a long roster of guys? Or I mean, who is it? Who are they?
Shit, man, I mean, really any and everybody really, you know what I'm saying, could come through and, you know what I'm saying, show their skills. You know, some people, I mean, I ain't really heard nobody that's like terrible, you know what I'm saying, but just to name a few, I mean, you know, you got people like Beast, you know, you got, you know, my boy Luckwan, you know what I'm saying, he one of the main guys, Cena fans still out there, you know, and I'm just really naming people from the East Coast. I mean, I'm sure the West Coast got a lot too, man, you know what I mean, shit, who else out there, Baby, Jackie Z, Walter, Romy, Ten Light, a lot of people, man, my little bro, you know what I'm saying, so it's a lot of motherfuckers, man, and you know what I'm saying, there's even people out there that you ain't never even heard before, like, you know what I'm saying, Chris Major, you know know what I'm saying, Chris Major's supposed to battle 10 Light. You know what I'm saying? That ain't go down. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying? Major coming with, hey, you know what I'm saying? He might be, you know what I'm saying, old Kirky White boy or whatever, like how they say, man. But shit, boy, white boy be spitting, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Eminem showed, man, just because you're white don't mean you ain't got skills. You feel me?
Chris Major is going to be a guest of mine on this podcast coming up real soon. I look forward to talking to Chris. Great talent, and I never imagined him being a battle rapper, you know, but that's neither here nor there. Jimbo, final question before we wrap this up and I get you on out of here. I want to know who, out of everybody that you've seen battle, who has been your favorite battle rapper, and what has been your favorite battle?
Man, I guess right now, man, as far as who, I think I say, I don't know, man. You know, a lot of people get his dude Flight, man, but I find him entertaining, and you know, shit. I think that he be killing shit. I think his style different. You know what I'm saying? I really fuck with 10 Light, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just who I look forward to seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when it comes down to these battles. You know what I'm saying? That nigga crazy, you know what I'm saying? You know, telling what he might say or what he might do, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot on though, you know what I'm saying? But I really be liking like the A-Man Nation dudes though, like really, you know, everybody in the nation. I mean, King Kong, you know what I'm saying? The way he can just, you know, like really get people, you know what I'm saying, real riled up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, all of them, man, everybody in the A-Man Nation really just know how to, you know what I'm saying, rile people up, man. So, you know, any of them, I'll say as far as favorites. As far as favorite battles, though, shit, honestly, man, I ain't seen my favorite battle yet, man.
Just out of all of the ones, though, you know, gun to your head, out of all of the ones that you have seen, which one has been the best?
Shit, man, I think still to this date, the best battle, them being Baby versus Lily. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the battles, and then, you know, it done been a few. You know what I'm saying? I done hosted, you know, even before, like, you know what I'm saying, the whole battle scene took off. You know what I'm saying? I done hosted like a couple battles. You know what I'm saying? On pay-per-views here and there, and you know what I'm saying? Just so, you know, they out there now, but you know what I'm saying? They just few and far between. But out of all of them, yeah, Baby and Lily.
Man, Lily, I remember that. I'll tell a little small story about that. Here we are. This is the Jetstream days, and Joe Addis, you know, he's doing the battle, and it's early in the morning now. I mentioned Jetstream days because we just getting off of work. It's and we would write these bars, you know, overnight, you know, because all of the planes done got clean. So now we writing bars, and you know, the whole writing process is very exciting when it comes to, you know, writing the battles. So it comes down to it. There we are in the you know, we setting up for the battle, and Sandra about to get up. You know, it's like 7 in the morning, so she getting. We know, you know, but we ready to record. You know, so I can't remember who. I think Lily went first. I think we went on ahead and did Lily first just to get her on out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because we, you know, Lily loud. She loud as hell, and she obnoxious, and she's so fucking dirty. Like she filthy. Her mouth is filthy, and she probably the single most filthiest character in XTV on the East Coast. I mean, bar none. You know, like, you know, she don't have a filter. She way more over the top than, you know, than normal. I mean, I hope that makes sense. But she just like, she more over the top than like what we're used to. You know, it takes an extra effort to be Lily. You know, you know, she's just not like a regular person. It takes extra effort. She's very tough, and her voice is so damn high pitched and squeaky. And then we had to turn up the notch, you know, to make it even more, you know,
conducive, if you would. But yeah, that was the thing though. So so saying all that about Lily though, I can only imagine what it sounds like, because you can't quietly beat Lily. You have to scream. Like, you have to scream. You have to not care. You can't have no kind of shy wits about you. And so that's the tough part about that. And she cursed so much. So she's screaming at the top of her lungs, and she cursing all these obscenities. You was there, Jimbo. You heard the battle. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's crazy. And then Sandra came out there, and she didn't come in, because she got to get to work, so she didn't come in and raise hell or nothing like that. But I do think that she said something like, she thought that Joe had somebody over there, and that that somebody, that it was somebody else.
Hey man, Lily, man, she a one of a kind, man. You want to know something, dog? She could be, man, like one of them ones y'all be talking about. I mean, really, it's too bad they ain't really go through fully with that kids division. You know what I'm saying? That was JJ Strong idea, man. And I thought that was gonna be something that really, took off and thrived on them. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it didn't really go down that way. But Lily, Baby, all the young people. You know what I'm saying? Lil LT, Lil Killer, Rajon. You know what I'm saying? RJ, all them, man, all the little people. I'm telling y'all, man, they come from your boy Jimbo. Keep your eyes on them, cause them the ones to watch. And I ain't just saying that cause they the youth. I'm saying that cause they the truth.
I like how you did that there, Jimbo. Well, it was good talking to you. I look forward to having you again. Jimbo, I wish you the best on all your future endeavors, and it's been a good time.
Hey man, shit, thank you, Justin, man. Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to you, much love, and shit, man. Shout out to them boys on the West Coast, man. Hey, keep on bringing them battles, man. And in the comments, want y'all, you know what I'm saying? Do me a favor. In the comments, want y'all, you know what I'm saying? Say a little something about what y'all think about who the next battle should be. What y'all want to see, you know what I'm saying? Because really, you know what I'm saying, the feedback from y'all really mean a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, if y'all can start, you know what I'm saying, putting together some matches, you know what I'm saying, we can try to start dishing them out, man. Me personally, myself, you know what I'm saying, I think I'd try to even just take the responsibility of, you know what I'm saying, making this thing happen, because, you got your wife up in there now, and she don't know too much about no battle rapping and nothing like that, right?
My wife don't know too much about nothing, Jimbo, but that's another story in and of itself. I don't even know how she became commissioner, but anyways, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ernest Justin Turkey Leg for my boy Jimbo. It's been a good time.